Students, now come to the summary of the lesson The Man Who Planted Trees, written by Jean Giano, a French writer. He was a novelist and also a veteran of the World War I. This is the story of a shepherd named Eliza Beaufort, told by Jean Giano. In this short story, the writer tells us the story of a man in a beautiful manner, how the shepherd transformed the ruins like area of the province into a green valley by his patient and constant efforts. The writer tells us that once, while on a long trip on foot in the area of Provence, he stayed at night with the shepherd at his home that he had built of stones with his own hands, which was wonderful, and he appreciated his efforts. The writer further tells that the shepherd went to fetch a small sack and poured water out with a heap of acorns on the table. Then he began to inspect them one by one with great care and separated the good ones from the bad ones. In the morning, the shepherd invited the writer to go along with him. He took with him the acorns and his iron rod that was as thick as the thumb of the writer and as long as a yard and a half. He climbed to the top of a ridge, and here he says that after reaching there, what he saw that the shepherd planted 100 acorns, and after midday meal resumed his work once again. The writer came to know that the shepherd had been performing the job for the last 3 years. He had also prepared a nursery of beech trees. When the writer came to the area after 5 years, so he found altogether a different new word, and he was very surprised that everything was changed. He was astonished and surprised to say that the once barren area, 11 kilometers in length and 3 kilometers in width, was covered by high, lush green trees planted by the poor shepherd without the help of any technical resources. The writer was also very surprised to see meadows, gardens, and flowers there, because it was a wonderful job that he had accomplished, and that too was without any help of any technology at that time. And he had seen that there were flowers, there were brooks, and there were streams lying dry for centuries had begun to flow. The writer met the shepherd for the last time in 1945 when he was 85. At that time, the shepherd was 87 years old, I think. And at the end, the writer pays great tribute to the sincerity, devotion, and courage and love for human and his perseverance, because he had transformed the once barren land of the Provence into a green and habitable valley where bushes ran from one place to another, making life easier and enjoyable for the people. And that was the last point where he appreciated the efforts of that old and unlearned peasant who, without any kind of reward from people or the government, had changed the scenario of the entire area. This was the summary of the lesson. Thank you very much.